Hello everybody and happy Saturday. I'm going to upload this evening. It is 4 o'clock in California time, and so probably will be coming to you late this evening because my internet is slow. But I am here today to do a book review. But before I start the book review, I just wanted to show you I got some happy mail from our sweet Susan from Susan Tootsie Tucker's Crafts and Adventures, I believe is the name of it. Let's see, wait, I think she's got it written down here. Crafts and Adventures with Susan Tootsie Tucker. She sent me a memory dex card. Is that not the most adorable? And she does all her own die cutting. So she cut out this, the cat and the moon and the bat and the jack-o'-lantern. She cuts it all out herself. And may all your screams come true. Is that not the cutest thing ever? And then look at the paper in the back. It's like a spider web. And then she sent me a little note that was tucked into the back of the card. Hi, Patty. Wishing you a spooky, sweet Halloween. Love you, Susan. Thank you so much, Susan. That is so, so sweet of you. And then she also sent me to put with my memory dex card all her information. So her birthday is 12/12. So I'm going to have to write that down so I don't forget, so I can send her out a birthday card. Okay. Thank you so much, Susan. I love it. I appreciate it. You're such a sweet person, I tell you. I'm going to put her link in the description box, because if you're not subscribed to Susan and you are a crafter of any sort, you need to head on over there, because she is amazing with cards and crafts, everything. And she's so fun to listen to. Okay, so today we are doing a book review on the book called Pegasus by Danielle Steele. Now, a lot of people give Danielle Steele a bad rap, and they, oh, her books are all the same. I feel like she does do some history searching for her books. If I have read a very heavy book or a very dark book, I like to switch to a Danielle Steele. Now, she always kind of takes me off because she kills off some of my favorite characters, you know. She always does that in her books. Excuse me. But, you know, I find a lot of Danielle Steele's books, she does do some history searching on them. And she writes all kinds of stuff. I like her. I recommend this book. I give this book a 4 out of 5. I mean, there's hardly any books that I give a 5 out of 5, and I'll let you know when I do. But I do give this book a 4 out of 5, which means, to me, it is worth reading, okay? So I do have some notes here so that I don't forget things, but this takes place, it starts out during World War II, right at the beginning, before World War II hit with the Germans and the Nazis and the Jews and Hitler, okay? And so there was 2 men raising their families in Germany, and one was Nicholas Bingen, and he had 2 sons. He had lost his wife and daughter to death, and I can't even remember how. And then there was Alex, and he was raising his daughter and had buried his wife. Now the 2, Nick and Alex, were very good friends, and Alex was a few years older than Nick, but Nick was more of your debonair, good-looking, lots of money, and his father ran the estate, and they had horses and different things, but his father ran the estate, and Nick just took care of his sons. And so he really didn't know how to work of any certain trade, but he was very wealthy, and because of his father. But his father, his whole life was his son and his 2 grandsons. So he didn't mind. He said that he was raising his son to take over all his ranch and investments when he was ready to retire. And so Nick was in his early 40s, I believe. And Alex, his best friend, was in his early 50s raising his daughter. Now, Alex had a horse ranch in Germany, and he raised purebred Arabians and Lipizar, how do you say that? Lipizar's horses, you know? And you see them in circuses. And they look like they're dancing and they're flying. And they're generally white. They look kind of like this. I think they come from the Arabian descent. But anyway, so Nick was always told by his father that his mother died at childbirth. Well, the World War II hit with Hitler, and all Jews were going to be taken to concentration camps or killed if they lived in Germany. And so at this time, Nick's father confessed to him that the mother was still alive and she was Jewish. And so that makes Nick half Jewish and his son's a quarter Jewish. And if anything got out or if somebody dropped a hint, Nick would be put in a concentration camp with his boys. And his dad did not want that for him. So his dad was trying to find a way to get him out of Germany and to America. Well, Alex came up with an idea, his best friend. And he said, I am going to see if I can have you sponsored by an American circus, which was the big circus, that it just kind of, now I'm drawing a blank to what they're called, Barnum and Bailey, okay? And so, but she didn't use an exact name because she'd probably have to get a copyright for that. But so Alex said, take 2 of my Lipizars and 6 of my Arabians, and we are going to transport them by boat, and you and your sons by boat over to America if we can get a sponsorship for you, somebody to agree to do this for you. And Nick was like, I don't even know how to ride those Lipizars. I don't know how to train them. It takes a lot of talent. And so Nick's father agreed with Nick's best friend, Alex. This was the best thing for him and the kids to do. They had to get out of America or they were going to be put in a concentration camp. And then Nick had these mixed feelings because then he knew he had a mother somewhere there, possibly if she hadn't passed away, that he wanted to meet. And she was Jewish and she was going to be put in a concentration camp. But anyways, he did agree to go with his 2 boys, and they went on a big ship, and the horses were down below and Nick and the boys were above, and it was a very elite ship. And he went A class the whole way. And when they got to America, they boarded in New York, and then they went from New York to Florida, and Nick still had to do an actual routine for the owner of the circus to see if he agreed to have him. And he did. And Nick's oldest boy and him did the show. The little one was only 6, so he was just having fun with the clowns. For real, in the book, that's what the little one was having fun playing with the clowns. And it was a huge circus, lots of people, and it was like they had their own world there. And they took 4 months off in Florida on the off season, and they lived in this big fairgrounds, and they had schools and a tent where you went and had your meals. And they had agreed to set up a single wide mobile home trailer for Nick and the 2 boys. And he was so used to having this big, huge mansion, and now he's in this, little trailer. But time did go on, and he did join the circus, and his son and him did a wonderful job, and he became part of the circus community. And he met a woman that was on the tightrope, and she was, I believe, Polish, and they fell in love, and she was 20 years younger than him. But he was always proper with her family, and they accepted him, and they got married eventually. And it goes on about the whole love story and traveling around with the circus, and and then they had to send later. Alex felt like it was too unsafe in Germany for his daughter, and so he sent her, and she was 18. He sent her to England to live with some family friends because he was afraid that things were just going to get really bad, and he didn't want her getting hurt. And the Germans took over Nick's house, and so it was very close to Alex's house, and he was worried for his daughter, so he did not want her to be there. So he shipped her off to England, and then she fell in love. And of course, there's lots of love stories in here. There's lots of people getting killed off. I don't want to give the whole story away, but it is a wonderful story. And so I recommend it to anybody. I think any Danielle Steele book you can download on your Nook. And I'm not going to tell you the end of it. Let's just say that it's a wonderful ending. I mean, there's some sad parts to it, of course, but it's still a good ending. But I would suggest, if you can download it on your Nook, you could listen to it on, video in the audio, or read it. And most libraries carry it, or this book would probably sell for, it's $7.99 if you buy it like at Barnes & Noble or on Amazon or wherever. So I'm giving this a 4 out of 5, and that is a very good rating for me. I suggest you guys check it out, read it, enjoy it like I did, okay? And for those of you that don't read, so sorry, but you won't know the ending because I don't want to spoil it for those that do want to know the ending. This book I'm mailing out to Kiki because she said she'd like to read it, so I'm going to be sending that to her. Kiki is Kathleen Merkovich Robinson. All right, you guys. Well, everybody have a great day. I have to come back with one more book review. I've got some birthday cards I've been making I might share with you, and we might make some cookies this weekend. I don't know. So you guys have a great day. Take care, and I'll see you back here real soon. Bye-bye.